Today we're going to be looking at conversion rates. We're going to be using the table of measures that's open up on the left side here. So the whole gist of the lesson yesterday was you can't compare two ratios and see if they form a proportion if the units of measure that they're using or that are inside the proportion are not the same on both sides. So yesterday the whole thing was like dollars across from dollars, gallons across from gallons. If I'm going gallons to dollars on one side, I have to go gallons to dollars on the other side. So if we're looking at this particular proportion, one side is measuring in ounces per serving and the other side is measuring in pounds per serving. And we don't know if that's true unless we're comparing the same unit of measure on both sides. So we do have to do some converting. So let's just take a look at that conversion. If I look over on my chart, I see that there are 16 ounces per pound. And so I have a couple of options to do. I can change my 16 ounces to 1 pound, or I can change my 4 pounds to 64 ounces. Because there is 16 ounces per pound. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. I'm going to go ahead and do this as 1 pound because that kind of seems the easiest way to go. Now that they are both in pounds to servings, I can cross multiply, divide, and see if that works. So 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times 1 is 8. So they are indeed equivalent. Let's look at this next one. It says a recipe to make 5 servings of ice cream calls for 56 fluid ounces of milk. How many cups will that take? So I have to convert. Now here's the thing. I can either convert before I multiply or after I multiply, cross, divide, multiply. Because if I take 8 times 56 and divide it by 5, the answer that I get will be in ounces. So whatever the measurement is in the arithmetic that you do, that's the measurement that your answer is in. So it doesn't matter whether you convert it before or after. I'm going to go ahead and convert it before, but that's my personal choice. And I'll show you how it works if you convert it after. So I know that there are 16 ounces form a cup. Excuse me, I said that wrong. 8 ounces form a cup. So I'm going to divide this by 8 because I want to see how many groups of 8 ounces I have inside this 56. And it actually ends up being 7 cups. So now when I cross multiply divide, my answer will actually be in cups. So I'm going to take that 8 times 7, and then I'm going to divide it by 5. And I'm going to get 11.2 cups. So let's say I didn't do it before. Let's say I wanted to wait till after. If I took 56 times 8 and then divided it by 5, so I'm going to do 56 times 8 divided by 5, I get 89.6, but that's ounces. So now I still have to divide it by 8. So when I divide that by 8, I do indeed still get 11.2 cups. So convert before or after, it doesn't matter, but you do have to convert. Because what you're using, the label in the arithmetic is the label of your answer. So let's go down here. A gasoline tank of a minivan holds 11 gallons. How many quarts does that hold? Well, I know there are 4 quarts in each gallon. So each one of these gallons has 4 quarts in it. So I'm going to actually multiply this by 4. So I'm going to do 18 times 4, and I get 72 quarts. So now when I cross multiply, so times 3 divided by 1, you don't have to divide by 1. Did I do that right? Hold on, let me try again. 72 times 3, 216. So I get 216 quarts because I did the conversion before. So I know my answer is going to be in quarts. So let's move on to this next one. Well, it's ask, it says there are 200 million pounds of coal over a 6-year period. How many tons will it export over a 10-year period? So I know that in each of these tons, because I'm looking at my chart over here, that there are 2,000 pounds. So I really have 12,000 pounds. That's pounds. So now it's in pounds, and I can multiply that by 6, and I get 72,000, and I'm going to divide it by 10. I actually end up with 7,200 pounds. So convert before or after, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to convert because the measurement unit of measurement in your arithmetic is going to be the unit of measure in your answer. So it doesn't matter when you convert, but you're going to have to convert. So here we have 55 ounces and it costs $4.75 a pound. So I'm going to take my 55 ounces because I need to know how many pounds that is. Looking at my conversion chart, I know that there are 16 ounces in a pound. So I'm going to see how many groups of 16 ounces I can come up with here. So take my calculator and I'm going to do 55 divided by 16. And I get 3.4375 pounds. And now I'm going to multiply that by how much it cost me per pound. So times 475. And I end up with 16.328125. Well, money only goes out 2 decimal places, so that it should be 33 because the 8 rounds the 2 to a 3.